The story that's going around that everybody's scared to report on, and this is just a rumor, is that basically Pooh Shiesty and Choppa Gang ran down on Gucci Mane, relieved him of some of his possessions, and basically forced him to sign a contract releasing Pooh Shiesty from 1017, the label.
Okay, well, here's the thing on that, right?
That's what a lot of people are saying. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying a lot of people.
No, hold on.
I hit a couple industry insiders just to get their thoughts. Like, yo, you think this is true? They all heard the same rumor as me, and they all weren't able to confirm 100%.
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
So that's just something that, you know, like I just said, we all hearing this, but you're not hearing nobody saying that it's just not true. So, you know, when I'm hearing that, no, I don't hear nobody saying that this is just not true, though. So, you know, I'm looking at it like it could be, it couldn't be.
One thing, if he got a release, then maybe there's some truth to it.
Yeah.
If he don't got a release, there's no truth to it. But I think it's bullshit, because why would Pooh Shiesty's, we haven't heard Gucci Mane mention any of this, and why would Pooh Shiesty's team put that out when this is identical to the same type of case, controlling case, he just did time in the feds on?
And I agree. That sounds insane to get out of doing 4 years in the feds and then immediately do something that would basically get you right back in the feds.
No. That's not insane. Insane is your team putting that out there in the streets.
But nobody's putting it out there. This is just
somebody had to put it out there.
Listen, loose lips sink ships. I've just been hearing about it. I'm guessing that they're probably trying to not have it be out there because nobody wants to see Pooh go back to the feds.
We haven't heard Gucci Mane say anything.
Would you if you got the shit beat out of you and had all your shit took?
That's my point.
We know Wack wouldn't say none of that. He gonna lie the best way he can. Man, ain't nothing happened to me. When we all could know it didn't happen. So we know Wack, you know, is not a good person to ask that question.
So that means it would have to come from the Pooh Shiesty side.
Listen.
He's still in the fucking halfway house.
That is true.
So, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, it got to be some bullshit.
And that's my thing, too. Is
unless he's that damn stupid.
Gucci lives in Miami. He
lives in Florida.
He probably goes to Atlanta a bit, maybe Memphis. I don't know. Like, where would this have taken place? Pooh is in Dallas, right?
Who's in Dallas?
So it's like why would they have even been in the same place unless they had arranged a meeting? Here's the thing, too. I feel like personally that things have been probably pretty bad with Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane for a little while. When you listen to the FDO song that Pooh Shiesty put out, he's shouting out Yo Gotti. Anybody who fucks with Gucci Mane, it seems to me, you do not fuck with Yo Gotti. Like, these lines have been drawn in the sand. That's not like a cool thing. If you're signed to Gucci Mane, you are not showing Yo Gotti love. So that right there stands out to me too. And I mean, some of the people, because this is the whole thing with us.
Maybe it's some Memphis love.
This is the whole thing with us not having like a clear source on this. Because I had people hitting me up saying, yeah, Pooh Shiesty and some of Gotti's people are the one who did this. Again, no clue.
Now y'all throwing
I'm guessing
Gotti
that the full version of the story is not as exciting as what we're getting at.
Why would Gotti have anything to do with that?
Because Pooh Shiesty is like the king of Memphis right not up and coming, but like hot young rappers. He's basically the whole deal. And he's also the one rapper that didn't pick a side between CMG and Paper Route. And as a result, you can imagine that, you know, Yo Gotti probably on his line, like trying to do something for him, especially since Gucci seems like he's at an all-time low in terms of interest in promoting new artists or pushing the label side of 1017.
Okay, first of all,
he dropped everybody besides Pooh and Fujiato.
First of all, Gucci did his part, did he not? When he signed him, gave him a bag, gave him the push. Pooh took 3 years from him, did he not?
I think 4.
Yeah, he went to jail.
prison. Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm pretty sure Gucci does good business with doing what he got to do. You know what I mean? Whatever it was contractually obligated to. But what I'm saying is, maybe they got some internal shit going on, but to say Gucci was robbed and Pooh Shiesty team is talking about it
Yeah.
while he's in a halfway house, and this is super similar
Yeah.
to his controlling case.
Well, but the
That's
case that he
just
caught
crazy.
with the green Lambo was just basically him meeting up with some random ass trapper.
It was him what?
He met up with some random
And what happened?
trapper.
A robbery,
Pulled out a Draco. Took his
A
shit.
robbery.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay.
right?
A little similar, yeah.
But so what I'm saying is, I don't want to believe that Pooh is that damn dumb or his people is that damn stupid to say these things if this happened while this man is in a halfway house and if the so-called victim hasn't spoke on it.
But let's say that
Hey, listen, I don't put it by none of them young boys, right? But what I do know with Wack is he does try to target people that he feel like ain't gonna do nothing because of the situation they might be in, right? This right here, if Wack get wind that the dude did do something, you know he gonna report it because he gonna think about all this shit he was saying about Pooh Shiesty. He gotta tell the people anything he know because that shit there gonna make him nervous. We know what type of nigga Wack is. He gonna tell quick.
let's say, if we're just going to believe this hypothetically, let's say he had 5-6 people with him. One of them mentions it to somebody mentions it to somebody else. Like there's got to be a reason.
Team.
Bro, I'm telling you, the whole music industry has heard this rumor. Everybody's heard this rumor and nobody can confirm 100%. So maybe there is a real sincere effort to keep it low key, but it's not like this is being swept under the rug. And I'm just now starting to see YouTubers make videos about it. Traplo Ross just dropped a video about it.
Because people are talking about it. He ain't got what details does he have?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. It was like a half hour. But either way, I'm just saying that right there makes me feel like maybe we will know something more about this.
I'll tell you this. I think Pooh Shiesty knows the new Gucci. He don't know the Gucci we know. If something like that did happen, it's just not smart. Even if you cannot, and you understand this, make somebody sign something under duress, right?
You can.
No, you can't.
Will it be respected in a court of law?
It's not.
That's up for
So
debate.
now what just happened, if you did do this, let's say this happened.
Yeah.
Now Gucci got the power to put your ass on the shelf. This a fact.
Yeah.
Right? Put you on the shelf, tie you up 2-3 years, trying to get out of contract. Every time you put something up, he can snatch that shit right on down. This is just real shit.
Okay. I will say this though.
Like, why would you can't?
It is hard to believe that Pooh Shiesty could be dumb enough to do this.
That's all I'm saying.
But when you look at the cases that Pooh Shiesty has that led to him getting those years in prison, I mean, it was hard to believe those things happened as well. We already talked about the robbery that happened with the green Lambo and everything, but the really crazy thing was that he was performing on stage with a gun hanging out his pocket, with a bunch of money hanging out the other pocket, and somebody snatched some of the ones out of his pocket or whatever, and he ended up shooting shot a security guard inside the club. I mean, that was pretty hard to believe at that time
footage
too.
disappeared, right?
Of that?
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly how
That's
it
a
went.
fact. It disappeared. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Right?
Listen to Wack.
My biggest concern,
Listen to Wack. The footage disappeared, right? Right? That's a fact. So Wack saying that he did him a favor. You know, Wack always, boy, you always the one that get the gun charge for Blueface disappear and get the footage disappear. But you ain't never the one that the police come talk to.
I don't want one of my top rappers of all time, Gucci Mane LaFleur, millionaire but don't get no care. I don't want Gucci Mane. I don't want to like think of him getting robbed. I was hoping he could just have this
Anybody-
quiet
listen,
life for the duration of his
Gucci
life.
Mane to be robbed, right?
Hey, now, you saying that Gucci Mane removed his post of welcome home Pooh Shiesty? See, now if he did that, if he removed his post of welcome home Pooh Shiesty, something happened, man. It's like, I really believe something happened for this conversation to be at this. They could have made anything else up for content, man. For it to be at this conversation, something happened, man. I'm standing on that, man. He removed his post of welcome home Pooh Shiesty because I ain't see it on there, right? Something happened, man. Something happened. Something happened.
That means it was a sneak attack.
Yeah, because
Picture me, listen,
Yeah.
picture me coming here on a Thursday, right?
Mhm.
Walking into your office,
yeah,
and I pull a gun out on you.
yeah,
It's a sneak attack. It wasn't like there was some shit was going on,
yeah.
right? So if this had to happen, me knowing Gucci, and I know Gucci could have been in the studio somewhere. Hey, yo, bro, we coming through. Let's just say maybe Gucci made arrangement to come to Dallas. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Pooh's in Dallas. I'm gonna book some studio time.
Yeah.
We gonna get it in. All right, boo, okay. Hey, Pooh them at the door. Let them in. They come in, right? It had to be some shit like that, right? It was like Gucci wouldn't have been anticipating the problem,
Yeah.
or it wouldn't have been that easy. So,
Yeah.
you know, at the end of the day, it's like I would hope he didn't do that. You know,
It would be the ultimate irony because keep in mind, Gucci Mane was someone who was considered like unsignable back in the day in Atlanta because his reputation of being a jack boy was so strong. Everybody knew him for taking shit. That was what everybody knew him for. Wasn't necessarily like a cocaine entrepreneur or whatever, like Jeezy was saying. He was the jug man. He was taking shit. And I mean, when I look at this, I'm kind of like, wow, that would be the ultimate irony if the biggest artist that he signed in the last 10, 15 years ended up going out like that.
Now, that's why I say, right? If Pooh Shiesty took it there with Gucci, he gonna bring the old Gucci back out. He gonna bring the old Gucci. I don't think, Gucci would let it go. And it could be crazy if it goes somewhere else between both of them, because these is millionaires that can destroy their careers, but that shit can mentally play with somebody. If somebody violate them to that level and make them go somewhere else that maybe they really might not want to go and thought they left in their past, but they feeling like their pride is in the way. And I got to stand on something behind this.
again, a motherfucker you didn't open up some doors for, did a laugh for. If this happened, I hope it didn't.
So you're saying I'm Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty is AD? I agree. Snake.
No, AD just left though.
Yeah, he talked a bunch of shit.
I
He
mean,
didn't rob me. I guess
it was
that's
good.
good.
It was
yeah.
good for
Yeah.
content. It was nothing.
He didn't
but
rob me. I
content.
gotta give him that.
It was nothing but content.
But content.
Right. So, man, what's tripping me out, if this shit really happened, we'll know shortly, because the feds are arresting people for pimping, right?
If we heard this rumor, it can't be that long before the feds hear this rumor.
And you know how many phones they own.
Listen to Wack.
And if them dudes, any
Listen
of
to
them
Wack.
dudes is talking or made a video or any of that shit, you can't delete it. You know, when they want to get it, they gonna get
Listen
it.
to 'em.
It's up there in that cloud somewhere, right? They're gonna get it.
If there's one person who's never gonna tell, though, it's Gucci Mane, right?
Gucci ain't doing no talking about nothing.
Hey, listen, if you think Wack ain't the feds, you bugging. Listen to how Wack talks when he wants to express something about the feds being involved. How he breaks down how they gonna get involved and what's gonna make them get involved. All the shit that he do on the internet, man. This why I tell y'all, man, that boy right there is a 137 informant, man.
He would never.
But who was with Gucci Mane is the thing.
That's the question. But that's also kind of part of what makes it interesting is that you never see Gucci with anybody. He lives in his own little world. And I've had this conversation with people who worked with him throughout the years who are kind of like trying to explain to me, because I remember, Todd Moskowitz.
Yeah.
I remember because he worked with Gucci forever. And I remember having a conversation with him and telling him like, yo, I want to like go hang out with Gucci for a week and do this crazy video together, et cetera. And he was basically just like, I don't think it's a good idea, Adam. Like, he's basically just like, Gucci, he lives in his own little universe. He's got like he doesn't have a manager. It's him, it's his girl.
He had a manager.
Maybe a security, yeah, but I don't think he's had a manager in like many, many years.
Yeah, you know one of his top managers was Coach K.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
Then he managed Jeezy.
Yeah, but
managed Jeezy, managed Gucci. Yeah.
You're talking about some shit from 20 years ago. But he ain't really had people around him like that.
20, he might be, yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, over 10 years.
Basically, like, I've kind of got the idea from talking to people who knew Gucci, because keep in mind, this is a podcast named after Gucci Mane, Gucci Mane lyric. If there's any interview that I really have felt like I needed to just kind of like put a feather in the cap of No Jumper, right? Gucci. He's like one of my favorite rappers of all time. I have had the chance to meet him and hang out with him a little bit, and that was great. Actually, I was at a club and P was there as well. But all I'm saying is that I've kind of been advised by people like nobody really stays close to Gucci for too long.
Yeah, I mean, listen, bro, I hope this didn't happen. You saying some crazy things right now. I did see the exposures in our chat mentioning some things and saying some things.
Yeah,
I didn't really
Hernandez Goldman got real specific. He said he got robbed for his wedding ring and that he is now signed to Yo Gotti. That doesn't sound wise, honestly.
I don't think Yo Gotti would involve himself like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you side him immediately after that, I mean, Yo Gotti seems like somebody who's really focused on staying out of trouble.
Yeah, I don't.
He's been around some of the craziest shit in the recent years of hip hop and has not managed to get.
Why they keep bringing
involved.
dude? Like, let Yo Gotti make his announcements, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy. But shout out Gucci. I hope Pooh Shiesty ain't did nothing that stupid to a point that it's out there.
Yeah,
you're in the halfway house. You still got 1 foot in the institution, 1 foot out.
Yeah. Gucci should have signed 4 Extra.
The hell we got to do with 4 Extra?
I'm just saying.
Kevin Gates should have signed 4 Extra.
He signed like every gangster rapper from all over the place.
You can't knock Gucci. You got an ear for it though.
Yeah,
so a lot of these rappers that's tied to other people come from Gucci.
I feel like the signing artist part of Gucci's life is over, especially after this. Even if this is like 1% of what we're saying it is, I think that's over. I mean, he's kind of acknowledged that.
But bro, what's really gonna be over is Pooh Shiesty's career.
Yeah,
he's gonna put his ass on the shelf. Your ass going on the motherfucking shelf, boy.
It's hard to imagine him really like getting tried for this, because who's gonna tell the story?
You don't know who was in there.
Yeah.
Okay, I come in here, right? Do some shit. Maybe the twins won't say nothing. Josh over there in the corner, he for sure gonna say something. You may have, you know what I'm saying? It depends on, you get what I'm saying? You don't know who was in the environment, in the room, in the parking lot. You don't know what the camera footage called. You don't know. You don't know if one of the dudes that was with him is bad.
Right.
You don't know whose phone was hot. It's too many factors here. So what I do know is Gucci won't say nothing, but what if his security guard, or what if his cameraman or producer or whoever else was wherever they was at said something?
Yeah.
You can't blame Gucci for that.
No, yeah.
Adam, I can listen. Some shit happened here. I can tell you, Adam, hey, bro, let us handle it. I can't stop you or Josh or whatever from doing what y'all gonna do.
Right. No, you're right.
I hope he ain't.
Did you see this title? I'm going to admit that I have not watched this, but King Pill did his first interview in many, many months.
listen to Officer Wack, man. Listen to Officer Wack, man. Wack is, them people, and you can tell just from his whole lingo. When he's talking about certain things, it's just the way that he identifies things. The terminology. It's self-explanatory. And him saying what he just said was verification again. As always, when he starts speaking, we know he lies all the time. But when he's talking about like phones being tapped and crimes and stuff like that, it lets you know, because you pay attention to all the shit he does. It's the shit that he says he's never got questioned for, but he's trying to explain to everybody else about how the feds is out. The same thing with the Glasses Malone situation. He's telling Glasses Malone that the feds is everywhere, right? And they, hanging from the tree everywhere. Now he's saying the feds is everywhere and, they indicting for everything and tricking and pimping and all that, right? But they don't never want to talk to him about nothing. He lets you know. This is why I can't feel sad for none of the people he get. Everybody that Wack line up, you deserve it. Because he's telling you who he is. Straight up. He sit there and explain to you who he is. And if you fall for it, you the fool. Because he telling you. He them people.